I think Vladimir Guerrero is going to win the MVP of the American League. I looked at statistics after the All-Star game. By the way, he won the MVP of the All-Star game, okay? He had a 487 feet home run, which he played fantastic. But that's not even why I'm going to tell you why I think Vladimir Guerrero is the MVP going into the second half. This guy has a chance to win the Triple Crown. He leads the league in RBIs. He leads the league in batting average. The only thing that he's in second or third place is home runs. If he gets the home runs, he's the next guy to win a Triple Crown. He has a chance to win the Triple Crown, and nobody is giving him a chance. Meanwhile, Ohtani, his ERA right now in the American League is 3.49. You think that's a good enough ERA to win an MVP?
Yeah, never mind the fact that he's also tearing the cover off the ball. You're only see like
279 is not tearing the ball off the cover.
Yeah, he's also got
33 home runs.
You look at things in a bubble, right?
I'm not.
You totally look at Triple Crown, this is great. Yeah, Ohtani is doing something, dominating on both sides.
He's not dominating in pitching. How is he dominating pitching? His ERA is 3.49. He doesn't even have the seventh best ERA in the American League.
Well, okay. Well, what's Guerrero's ERA?
He's not a pitcher.
Oh, right. So Ohtani can just infinitely do more. And I got to give Speedy credit because I laughed at him.
I remember that, Jeff.
Yes, you did.
When he said Ohtani's coming over here as a hitter, I said, no way he's going to be a pitcher. Speedy was absolutely right. I take an L on that one, Speedy. See how it's done? You can admit when you're wrong, right?
Jeff, I did it twice on Thursday, believe me.
Yeah, but you won't do it with Julio Jones and any of that kind of stuff, right?
I did do it with Julio Jones. I was wrong on the order of the contract.
Oh, no. You went, sorry, I misspoke. You're an idiot. Anyways, right? But so what's Guerrero's ERA? Oh, right, he doesn't have one. Ohtani is easily the most electrifying player in baseball today. Hands down, period, bar none. There's no chance Vlad Guerrero wins the MVP.
You want to bet on that?
Sure.
You want to bet on that? I'm telling you right now.
On everything
I know.
First of all, Vladimir Guerrero's WAR is very good. And,
by the way, I got the Suns and the under tonight.
Okay. Vladimir Guerrero leads the league in RBIs. He leads the league in OPS, slugging percentage. He's second or third in home runs. This guy has a chance to win it. If he wins the Triple Crown, you're not going to give it to him? What are you, nuts? If he wins the Triple Crown, you're not going to get out of here, Ohtani. Ohtani's not winning the MVP if Vlad Guerrero wins the Triple Crown. There's no way in hell. There is no way in hell.
Got to get there first, and he's in a tough division. I don't expect
he's got to get there. He's got to get there.
Neither team is probably going to make the playoffs.
See, you don't even let anyone else finish. You just jump in like a retard as normal. Are you wearing your clown shoes again tonight? You must be.
I'm letting you speak. It's you trying to speak over everybody.
He's in a tough division, so I don't think he can keep those numbers up and lead the league in every category. Like, I shit on the Yankees all the time because, quite frankly, it's fun. But facing Garrett Cole is no easy proposition. Any of the Rays pitchers are all pretty tough. The Red Sox have exceeded my expectations. I thought they were dog shit, right? So, he's in a tough division. It's going to be hard to keep up those numbers. It is.
Yeah. He's leading. Guerrero is leading in almost every offensive category in all of baseball. Every single one except one. The home runs. Every single one of them. And stolen bases. Every single one of them goes to Guerrero. Every single one of them. And he's in second place in home runs.
Stolen bases doesn't mean anything. Jesus Christ. Christian Vasquez leads the Red Sox in stolen bases. Stolen base is the most irrelevant stat.
Guerrero leads almost every offensive statistic in all of baseball. How is he not an MVP candidate? He's not going to win the MVP. If he's going to win in almost... Okay, Mike Trout. He's won how many MVPs?
3.
He's won 3 MVPs. Why did he win 3 MVPs?
He's the best player in baseball.
Why did he win 3 MVPs?
He's the best and most well-rounded player in baseball.
Because he's led in almost every single offensive category in baseball. Now you have Vladimir Guerrero, who's doing the same thing that Mike Trout has done every single year. He's won an MVP, and you're not going to give him MVP? You're on drugs, Jeff. I don't care how good Ohtani is as a pitcher. His ERA is 3.49. He's not even in the top 7 in ERAs in all of baseball. Yes, his whip is pretty good. Yes, he's 4-1 as a starter. To me, that's not a good enough record to give him an MVP. If this man leads in almost every single offensive statistic except one right now, he is the MVP. He's an everyday player, and he's the most valuable player on his team. Ohtani's not even the best player on his team.
Well, that's not fair. Mike Trout. Trout's Mike Trout.
I'm just saying, he's not even the best player on his team.
Mike Trout's been hurt all year.
I don't know.
Don't count Mike Trout either. Don't count Mike Trout out of this MVP thing. I'm telling you.
Well, he's been out too long, probably, at this point.
Yeah, he missed like 2 months. The 1 year he won MVP.
The 1 year he was a candidate. He was a candidate.
He won on a tear.
Oh, I know that. He was a
the
candidate
greatest 2
that year.
months
He
of
wasn't.
baseball I've ever seen.
He didn't win the MVP though. He was a candidate that year because of that, and his pace numbers were very good. But they're not going to give it to somebody that's missing 2 months. But with him being out the whole year, Rendon being out a lot of the year too, Ohtani's like carrying that offense. They don't have much.
Ohtani leads in 12 league statistics offensively.
You mean
12? 12. No, I mean, sorry. Vladimir Guerrero leads the league in 12 offensive statistics in all of the league. 12.
Now, Jeff, I remember we had this argument a couple of years ago with the Red Sox with J.D. Martinez and Mookie Betts both being MVP candidates at that time. And I remember you saying giving it to Mookie Betts for that reason, too, which I think is the same case with Ohtani. He ends up doing a lot more in terms of an all-around game,
does
too.
More. Yeah. He does more. That's the thing, and saying he's not the MVP on the Angels with Trout, like Trout's been out and the whole thing. That's,
no, I didn't say that. I said he's not even the best player on his team. Yes, he's the MVP right now because Trout hasn't been healthy. But if Trout played healthy all season long, you think he's the MVP of his team? He's not.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not, but you want to know, Ohtani does more. The fact, listen, okay, he's not like Jacob deGrom pitching numbers, but he's still a really great
Never said that he
pitcher.
wasn't.
Like no, I'm not saying right, but I'm not saying that you did. Right, you're not saying he's terrible, but you're going, well, he's a 3-something. Dude, that's still not a terrible ERA. It's a pretty good ERA.
No question. I'm not saying that it isn't. But to say when you look at if you see what Guerrero is doing right now. How could people were attacking the video that we had on YouTube? They were like 17, 18 people attacking what I said about it. Listen, how could you say that Guerrero isn't an MVP in any way of shape or thought that he is not the MVP of the league when I just counted how many offensive statistics he leads the league in? There's 17, 18 statistics. He has 12 out of the 18. 12. I mean, how could you say he's not the MVP right now going into second half? He is.
I'm dead serious when I say this. Do you want to know why Ohtani's going to win MVP?
We'll see. He's got to play the rest of the season.
Do you know why Ohtani's going to win MVP?
If you mention Stephen A. Smith, you can just leave, bro.
No, it has nothing to do with Stephen A. Smith. But he did point that grasp in Japan. The media would have a field day if Ohtani won MVP.
Do you know that there's only 2 categories that Ohtani in the pitching has led the league? He has wins above replacement. That's 1. I'm just going through it. Just
right.
statistic.
Do you want the Vegas odds on MVP for the American?
I know. I saw it, and that's going into the second half. I think what Guerrero is going to do and how Guerrero is going to play, he is going to win the MVP. I don't think Ohtani is going to be able to keep up those offensive numbers. I think Guerrero has a very good chance of winning the Triple Crown this year. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't come close to it. I think he's been fabulous. He won the American League All-Star. He won the MVP of the All-Star. I know it doesn't matter, but he won the MVP of the All-Star game. What does this guy have to do to prove that he is the best player in baseball right now? He is.
He's also very hot and cold.
I'm not even sure he's the best third baseman in baseball.
Defensively,
he's not.
I never said.
They don't play him at third base anymore because he can't.
I never said.
Bichette and Biggio and those
but
guys.
His WAR. But by the way, Ohtani's WAR is 5.6, and right now Guerrero's is 4.2. So that's not bad. His WAR is not that bad, Guerrero. So if you look at the numbers, they're not too far off from one another. So to me, Ohtani, the only numbers or statistics that he leads as far as pitching throughout the league is 1, WAR. That's it. So how could anybody say that Ohtani is the MVP of the American League. He's not.
Because he also has struck out batters. He also has a better.
All right,
ERA.
he's pitched 60. He's pitched 67 innings, and he has 85 strikeouts. 87 strikeouts. That's not a great number.
But this is the problem with what you're doing. Okay, you're totally discrediting that he also pitches. He pitches, right? So he does more things. More is better than less, would it not?
And that's also at an all-star level, too. It's not at an elite level, but at an all-star level with his numbers.
First of all, he shouldn't have started for the American League.
That's a different thing.
He shouldn't have started for the American League. It's ridiculous.
Which is fine, but that's also, I think, more of a popularity thing, too.
Ohtani is not even in a top 10 in all-around pitching in the league. He's not. If you're an MVP candidate, he should be in the top 5 in pitching and top 5 in hitting. He's not.
But you're looking at things in a bubble because you're just going offensive numbers versus offensive numbers. And if you're going by what the award says and who's more valuable, right? I take the guy that can also.
But they never pick the most valuable player.
No, the best
They
numbers.
never pick the best player.
I mean, they kind of do because they take Trout every year, and he's clearly the most valuable guy, right? He's clearly the best player on one of the worst goddamn teams anyone's ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay, and how good is the Blue Jays? The Blue Jays stink too.
They're not. They're actually not bad, right? And they're actually a pretty good young team.
They are a pretty good young team.
I like Bo Bichette as a player.
Bo Bichette's amazing. I think Bo Bichette's the best player on that team.
No
period.
way.
Not right now because
like
Vladimir Guerrero's
Biggio.
had a half of a decade, but in general, Bo Bichette's the best player.
But that's the other part of this that also helps Guerrero, right? He's surrounded by so much more talent. He's going to see better pitches to hit. Sorry if I could talk. Because he's got better players. Who's protecting Ohtani in the lineup?
The next best is probably David Fletcher. David
Rendon.
Fletcher.
Rendon
when he's healthy, but he's been out most of the year so far.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, and that's not.
That helps you see more pitches, and it gets you higher stats. It does. I don't care what you say. This is why Gary Sanchez can hit home runs, because Gary Sanchez would bat in front of Judge and Stanton, and they're like, well, I want to pitch to this fat toad.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Derek Jeter's been screwed out of 2 MVPs because he doesn't have home run numbers. So I don't want to hear anything about who bats in front of who. Because Derek Jeter, for at least 2 years, should have got an MVP because he was a trendsetter.
But it helps you, right? But it helps you see better pitches to hit, though, Tyler. If there's other guys in your lineup that can hit,
I get what your point is, but Alex Rodriguez had Jeter in front of him. He had Gary Sheffield in front of him. He had other guys in front of him that were all-star / Hall of Fame caliber, and he still got MVPs.
But Ohtani's doing pretty great considering he's surrounded with bums. I can't say the
same.
Okay,
fine.
No, you're right.
Fine. 12 out of the 18 offensive numbers goes to Guerrero. If anybody sits back and tells me that Ohtani is the MVP, when you look at the numbers and he has a chance to win a Triple Crown, he is 5 home runs off of winning a Triple Crown right now, and he's going to keep those numbers up. He's going to lead the American League.
About that.
He's going to lead the American League.
He's a very streaky guy.
That's fine. Going into the first half of the season, he's batting .335. Okay, that's not easy to do.
No,
okay?
it's not.
It's not. And he
leads the
league in RBIs, and he's second in the league in offensive home runs. So
RBIs. Like, how do you get RBIs? Guys have to get on base.
Okay, Jeff, it doesn't matter. He wins the Triple Crown. He's going to win the MVP.
But what are you talking about? Ohtani plays for a team where no one gets on base, so he doesn't even have a chance.
So, Jeff, you're telling me if Guerrero wins the Triple Crown, he's not winning the MVP? You're crazy.
He very well could, but you're only squaring up offensive stats versus offensive stats, and you're completely ignoring the fact that Ohtani does more things, and he's Speedy said he's an all-star.
Guerrero is an everyday player. He is an everyday. Ohtani is a DH. He is a DH.
And
if he's not, and a pitcher. He doesn't pitch every 5 days. That's what he pitches. Guerrero is an everyday player out in the outfield, and his WAR as a defensive player, it's not that bad. 4.2 is not bad.
He's an awful defensive player.
Really? His WAR is 4.2. That's not an awful offensive
That's horrible considering he leads 12 out of 18 offensive stats. That's awful.
Okay, first of all, if you look at Ohtani's numbers, his WAR is 5.6. 5.6, that leads the league. Okay, 5.6.
Sure. Who he doesn't
Guerrero
play defense at all.
Guerrero is 4.2.
I understand.
4.2.
Those
That's the only
strictly
statistic.
offense.